What's going on everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name's Jack and I'm a chef by trade. My whole purpose of this channel is to give you 100% confidence in the kitchen, as well as teach you absolutely everything I know. So in this one, we're going to be creating the most fragrant, delicious, and extremely well infused crispy garlic chili oil. It only requires a few simple ingredients and takes very little time. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright guys, let's start this off with 8 cloves of freshly peeled garlic, to which we're going to slice nice and thin. These little slices are going to give our oil an amazing flavour as well as a fantastic texture because they're going to become nice and crispy. The next ingredient we're going to need is 3 spring onions or scallions, root end only or the white part, and saving the green ends for another dish. We then want to slice off the roots and yep, you guessed it, save it for a stock. Once that's done, thinly slice the spring onions or scallions as fine as you can, and you'll notice that I have all 3 lined up together, but only do this if you feel comfortable as we don't want to lose any fingers. However, doing them all together does achieve consistent sized pieces. Then for the last bit of prep, here is 1/4 cup or 40 grams of roasted peanuts, and all we want to do is give these a good old rough chop, which doesn't have to be perfect, but just make sure that each peanut half has been chopped up at least once to maximise the flavour. Now let's get cooking by placing a large heavy base skillet onto your stovetop and start off by pouring in 2/3 cup or 150 milliliters of a neutral flavoured oil such as sunflower oil, which I'm using, canola oil, safflower oil or light peanut oil. To this, add in 2 tablespoons or 20 grams of dried chili flakes, and if you like it hot, make sure to use hot chili flakes. We're then going to add in the thinly sliced garlic that we did just before, the thinly sliced spring onions or scallions, and then this one's optional, but I'm going to add in 1 long red chilli that's been dried out just for additional heat. We can then place the pan onto a medium heat and give the mixture a good stir, making sure that all of those flavours are soaking in the oil to create an infusion, and then bring this up to a heat where it just starts to bubble. Once the oil is starting to bubble, give the mixture another stir, being careful of the hot oil, then turn the heat down to medium-low and allow this to slowly fry away for 12 to 15 minutes, stirring it every 5 minutes or so. During this time, the flavours will infuse into the oil, creating an extremely flavoursome infusion, and what we're looking for here is for the garlic to become golden and crispy, so if it does start to become dark too quickly, we will have to remove it from the oil and set it aside. So this has now been 15 minutes and you can see that the garlic is beautifully golden brown and really crispy, as well as the oil being a deep red colour from the chilies, which is exactly what we're looking for. We can then turn this off the heat, remove the pan from the stovetop and place it onto a wire rack or heat resistant surface. Now whilst this is still hot, let's increase the flavour by pouring in 2/3 cup or 150 milliliters of toasted sesame oil for a rich and nutty flavour. Chuck in those roasted peanuts that we chopped up earlier for increased aroma, flavour and texture. 2 tablespoons or 8 grams of sea salt flakes for seasoning. And then trust me on this one, but add in 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and this, partnered with the sea salt, literally makes you salivate with every time you taste the oil. It's seriously so good. However, in saying that, you don't have to use it if you don't want to. Anyway, once that's all in, all that's left to do now is mix all of these delicious flavours together just until the salt and sugar, if you're using it, dissolve into the hot oil. Also, when you're doing this, as tempting as it may be to try it, please be careful as this is hot oil and it's extremely dangerous. We can then add in our crispy garlic and chili mixture into a glass jar or airtight container, follow it up by pouring in that deliciously infused oil on top of the mixture, and really, that's as simple as it gets, and that's all that needs to be done. So just like that, we've created a fantastic chili oil that's really simple to make and partners with nearly everything. I find it goes really well with dumplings, fish and seafood, as well as beef, chicken and vegetables. This recipe here makes 1 cup's worth, which is equivalent to 250 milliliters or 8 fluid ounces. To store it, we can place it in a clean and dry airtight container or jar, and we can place it in either the fridge or in a cool dark space where it will last up to 6 months. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I was able to teach you something. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and consider subscribing to see hundreds of more fantastic recipes. Thanks for watching everyone, stay safe and enjoy.